5 WGEM, 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. Greg Harley from the American Red Cross. Let's say good morning to Trish Burnett. Hi, Trish.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So good to hear from you. You guys busy all the time, and then you get a pandemic on top of everything else, and things got to be really crazy. So let's talk about your region and what it is you do with the Red Cross.
Sure. Well, I'm the executive director for the Quad Cities and West Central Illinois chapter, which includes your area. So we have been very busy with blood collection, disaster response, and all kinds of things. And the pandemic has certainly complicated everything we do.
And one question I have is, with the pandemic going on, has that affected blood donations at all?
It has. That's probably been the greatest area of impact for our organization because we do collect about 40% of the nation's blood supply. And as you can imagine, with COVID, there's been several complications. First of all, in the early stages, we had so many drives that were canceled because schools closed, businesses closed, those locations where we hold a lot of our community blood drives. And we certainly understood that. But it became more and more challenging to have drives available for our donors. And also some of the donors were concerned about coming out as we've been told to stay at home. But blood is a necessary and essential service and product. So people are allowed to come and donate blood, and we are doing everything possible to keep people safe. But it has had a lot of ups and downs through. And now we're in that convalescent plasma stage where we're really working to collect blood donations and then testing. We test for antibodies on every donation, and people will find out if they've had an exposure to COVID through that. But it helps us to be able to meet the hospital demands for convalescent plasma to help people who do have COVID, and they're using that as a treatment for those people.
And there are a lot of people, I'm probably among them, I avoid going to places where there are other people. It's just they say,
Right.
Social distance, wear the masks, stay at home, or take out, all that thing. Whereas, I'm uncomfortable today, and this is totally stupid. I have twice a year I have to go see my doctor just for a little checkup, right? And that's scheduled for today.
Right.
And I know the doctor's office is going to be the cleanest, most disinfected, sanitary, safest environment I'll be in all year. But I'm a little apprehensive about going. What do you say to people like me?
Well, as we've heard so many reports about it with both blood donation and your medical checkups and maybe medical treatments you need, COVID is a threat, but those things are also concerns, and you have to keep up with things like that because you could be allowing other things to happen to you if you're not having your regular checkups. And the same with blood donations. Patients across the country, accident victims, cancer patients, our brown and black communities that are prone to sickle cell, those people need treatments every week. And, we cause greater problems if we avoid some of those things. So as long as you are doing everything they recommend, wearing your face covering, washing your hands until it feels like you can't wash them anymore, social distancing, and really being cautious and keeping distance, I think, we still have to continue with life because we're going to face other threats if we aren't able to do that. So just doing it in the very safest possible way. And you're right, your doctor's office is probably going to be the best location you'll be in all year just because they are so careful and cautious about those things.
Absolutely, as are you when you go to donate blood.
Right.
Prior to the pandemic, you were careful, and now you're even more careful. And you should just kind of, put that in the back of your mind and really focus on helping people, I suppose. And
exactly, because if it's your family member that needs blood, you're going to want to make sure that donor that is the best suited to give that transfusion to your family member is donating blood. So yeah, we're checking temperatures and wiping everything down. And I said we're all going to be so hand sanitized by the end of this year. We're going to have dry skin that we'll have for years, but everything is clean and absolutely appropriate for people to come in and donate blood.
Yeah, we've really taken that seriously, and I don't know about you, but I have hand sanitizer on my key ring. Isn't that cool?
Yep. That's a great idea. I have it everywhere, too. It's just a good good thing to do right now.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I know, though, from just reading all the press releases and listening to you all, talk, particularly over the holidays, is you're very passionate this time of year about fire safety. And what can you do to remind everybody, to stay safe?
Great question. And, this year especially because we are spending so much more time at home, probably cooking a little more at home and those kinds of things. And this is the peak home fire season for a number of reasons because of those, but also because we're maybe using our fireplaces, we're adding candles because it's a nice glow in your home, just all kinds of risks this time of year. And we want to remind people not only to be checking their smoke alarms, making sure those are working, but the other big part of that is, smoke alarms are like half the solution. The other piece you have to have is your home fire escape plan to make sure that every member of your household knows what they would do if the smoke alarm went off. And practice that because, you have a 5 or 6-year-old child. They can learn what to do, but you have to actually practice with them. So kind of make it an age-appropriate thing. Make a game out of it that you want to, sit down with your family and all those members of your household, draw out what your escape plans are, and then practice it. But make it kind of fun and lighthearted in that we're going to time this and we're going to ask somebody to video us practicing this and keep doing it until you can get everybody out of your house in under 2 minutes. And then also have that plan of once you get out of the house, where do you go? Because if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you want to make sure that everybody just automatically does what they need to do to get out safely.
Yeah, it's always heartbreaking when you hear about tragedy happening to a family member who didn't know everybody got out of the burning home, and went back in and didn't make it out themselves. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, if you don't practice and teach your children, there's been lots of studies that show if a child doesn't know what to do and they hear the smoke alarm in the middle of the night, there's a good chance that they may hide, like under a bed, go into a closet or something like that. Or if you have practiced it enough that they know automatically what to do, when they hear it in their little sleepy, wake-up mode at that moment, they will follow what they've learned in that. They'll use their rote learning and get out of the house. So it's really important. I tell people it may not be your favorite thing, but think about the fact you plan like a dinner party or you plan a vacation. You plan lots of things. You should be planning your family's safety, too, and making sure that everybody knows exactly what to do. And hope that it never happens, but if it does, you're prepared.
Well, that's some good advice, some good tips from Trish Burnett from the American Red Cross. And you work with Community Foundation, right?
We do, and we're so appreciative for the money that we do receive from them. And, it's just so much stronger when we all work together in a community. So it's partnerships with other agencies, partnerships with funding like the Community Foundation. Those are just the relationships that help make us all stronger and better as we work to help keep people in our community safe in all different ways with the Red Cross and other agencies.
Well, let's welcome to the phone Kaylee McFarland from Community Foundation. Hi, Kaylee.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to Trish and the American Red Cross for everything that they do over there. When, there's a natural disaster in our country, especially in this last year, when a lot of us think of organizations that are just, boots on the ground, really helping out. A lot of us, American Red Cross is top of mind. So I definitely want to thank them for all they do. But when we talk about, partnership and community, a lot of listeners probably don't know this, but we actually have an Adams County Red Cross fund at the Community Foundation, which just goes to help fund programs and services that a lot of us depend on here in this community. So we offer a different way of giving back. If you've always been a supporter of the American Red Cross, that is great. Continue supporting them. This is just another way to give back and invest in the future of this organization for our region. So, I'd encourage people to check out our website, communityfoundation.org, mycommunityfoundation.org, to see if there is an organization that they're passionate about, see if they have a fund set up with us. If they don't, please contact us because you can actually set up a fund for an organization that you're passionate about here in our area. So a lot of great stuff to check out on our website, but I wanted to make sure and mention that the Adams County Red Cross actually does have a fund with us, which I don't think a lot of people realize. So different way of giving back.
Absolutely, and good stuff all around for the community. Safety, health, so many things that so many organizations do, and the American Red Cross among them. Thanks to everybody for joining us this morning. Trish Burnett
Thank you.
and Kaylee McFarland, and have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. It's News Talk 105 WGEM.